Hi there, it's Matthew Wagner from panicattackrecovery.com. Welcome to another podcast episode. Today I'd like to talk about something natural that can be very helpful for anxiety, panic attacks. And what I'm actually wanting to speak about is something called chamomile. You may have heard of chamomile tea before, but it can be very useful for relieving anxiety because it actually has a relaxation effect on the body. It has been said to act as a sedative without causing, the sort of the usual drowsiness that you would get with sedatives. Chamomile is packed full of phytochemicals that can be helpful for anxiety and depression. Now, you might be wondering what phytochemicals are. Well, phytochemicals are plant chemicals that actually have a protective and a disease-preventative property. So what I mean by that is there are different things in your body that help prevent you from getting disease. Phytochemicals would be one of those things that could be beneficial. Now, plants themselves produce such chemicals to protect the plant from actually getting damage sustained. Recent research actually demonstrates that they can be good for humans too. You know, you've probably heard of phytochemicals in green tea and red wine and so many things, but here's a natural way without alcohol or caffeine or anything else that has phytochemicals in it. And it's something that you can drink throughout the day without typically getting side effects. We'll talk about any possible interactions in a moment, though. I just want to explain that chamomile is a herb. So it's in the plant family. It's actually in the same plant family, I should say, as the daisy. Now, many panic attack sufferers have actually found chamomile tea relaxing. It could be partly the process of just having a cup of tea that doesn't act as a stimulant like regular tea would. But also there are, as I said, properties of it that can be acting as a sedative. Now, I mentioned I wanted to talk about interactions. You would want to avoid drinking chamomile tea or consuming chamomile in any form if you are allergic to marigolds, ragweed, daisies, celery, or chrysanthemums. Now, in the U.S., chamomile is most commonly sold as a tea. Now, drinking 1 to 4 cups of chamomile tea daily is said to be helpful with anxiety. Also, another possible interaction I just want to mention, hadn't mentioned earlier, is you wouldn't want to take chamomile with other sedative medications, blood thinners, or alcohol. Also, long-term daily use may possibly lead to a ragweed allergy. And remember, we had talked about allergies just a moment ago. But certainly, you check those things out, and if it's not a problem for you, I would certainly suggest it as a possible thing to do. It's interesting to note that chamomile has been shown to be helpful actually for other ailments, such as reducing inflammation. Some other benefits also are aiding digestion and sleep, helping colitis, diverticulosis, fever, headaches, and pain. So you can see that there are a lot of valuable things in chamomile tea. Now, I'm certainly not touting it as a cure-all for anxiety, as I don't tout one thing as a cure-all for anxiety, panic attacks, but part of a holistic, healthy living approach that you can take for your panic attacks. If you wanted to get started for free today, you could go over to my website. It's panicattackrecovery.com. Simply give me your email address and I'll start you on a newsletter that is providing all kinds of help for panic attack sufferers, anxiety sufferers, and agoraphobia sufferers. And I'll talk about natural things that you can do for anxiety, but also evidence-based things that you can do for anxiety, panic attacks, and agoraphobia, as well as things that I know have worked for myself. I'm a former sufferer of panic attacks and agoraphobia, and also things that have worked and I've known and seen to work with other folks. So certainly I would encourage you once again to check out my website. It's panicattackrecovery.com. And any of the boxes on any of the pages, you can just simply put your email address in, and you can get started right today. I think that you can find a real benefit if you get started today for free as well. And you could give a chance to see that I do offer real and helpful information and genuine information. So I do hope you'll join me. But thank you for listening. All information presented in these podcasts is provided for educational and informational purposes only. It is not intended to be a substitute for a psychologist, psychiatrist, or other healthcare provider's consultation. Please consult a psychologist, psychiatrist, or appropriate healthcare provider about the applicability of any opinions or recommendations with respect to your own panic attacks, anxiety or agoraphobia, or any other symptom or condition.